The TTC, with 4 rapid transit lines, 11 streetcar lines, and 146 bus routes in the city of Toronto, it's responsible for moving more than 1.5 million people every day. Every day, the TTC is bombarded with complaints from customers, but do younger riders really know what goes on behind operating an entire transit system? This is Transit Talk with Patrick Butiga. So one can say there are an infinite amount of ways to complain about the TTC.
TTC subway closures, and it's going to be another tricky commute this weekend.
All in all, it was not a banner day for TTC riders.
One thing I dislike about the TTC is when my bus short turns.
Attention passengers, this car will be short turning in Roncesvalles.
It's frustrating because it lengthens my commute time when it drops me off at a random stop.
Here to explain short turns is the CEO of the TTC, Andy Byford, and Brad Ross.
So a short turn is when we turn a vehicle, be that a bus or a streetcar, short of its planned or advertised destination.
So essentially when we short turn a vehicle, what we're doing is we're filling a gap going in the other direction to help balance out the entire line.
So I take the TTC every day, and one thing that I don't really like about the TTC is the amount of subway closures. Makes me late for work, so I don't really like that.
Here's an explainer video on why subway closures occur.
The TTC has begun installing automatic train control, or ATC, to replace the old system. In order to introduce ATC to the subway extension, as well as between Spadina and Wilson stations, it will be necessary to close the section of Line 1 between Downsview and St. George stations on numerous weekends throughout 2017 to complete installation, training, and testing. Weekends are chosen because there simply isn't enough time during routine nighttime maintenance to complete the work. More work is completed in 1 weekend closure than 5 weeks of routine nighttime maintenance. With ATC, subway service will be more efficient and reliable, with less crowding and fewer delays.
So what's one thing you dislike about the TTC?
So Toronto has about, 4 lines in their subway system, and comparing that to China, who has over 20, it makes Toronto look like a third world transit system. So that is really difficult because it's really hard to get to places, and if you have over 20, it's like super simple. So that's what I really hate about the TTC.
So I had the chance to interview the CEO of the TTC, Andy Byford. Here's what he had to say. Would you like to address some common misconceptions about the TTC?
Well, I think one of the misconceptions is that sometimes you get people who assert that the TTC is somehow a failing organisation or a third world transit system. And my argument back to them is, have you ever been to the third world? For what we're given, for the subsidy we receive, which is the lowest subsidy in North America, I think the fact that the TTC provides service 24/7 is, we work miracles, and I'm very proud of our staff. So we're not saying we're perfect, there's more to do, but in 5 years, we have modernised our infrastructure, our processes and our culture, and I think we're about to prove a lot of our critics wrong.
Do you know the reasoning behind all of these events, like subway closures, short turns, etc.?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. I think it's for the maintenance they have for the TTC.
So what's one thing the TTC could do to better inform its younger customers?
I think that the TTC should start branching on into social media.
Maybe post more on social media, since that's where younger audience spends a lot of their time.
If the TTC opened up maybe an Instagram account or a Snapchat account and to let us know all of the news, then it will be much better.
Kids don't really watch CP24.
In fact, the TTC already has several social media accounts, such as Twitter, where they post real-time updates and news, a YouTube channel that has useful explainer videos, and even an Instagram account, where they post updates and feature transit photography on occasion. Based on these answers, TTC riders are clearly informed about the problems that the TTC faces on a daily basis, but are unaware of the reasoning behind these problems and the resources available to them. Pay attention next time you ride the TTC. This has been Transit Talk with Patrick Butiga. For more information, visit patrickstransitsite.simplesite.com or check us out on social media at Patrick's Transit Site on Instagram or on Twitter at Patrick's TTC Site.